But the most exciting thing of all right now is that Seint is having a warehouse sale starting tomorrow, okay? It runs, for some of the items, it runs through the 17th, and for some of the items, it runs through July, okay? These are first come, first serve. They have too many SKU numbers. They are trying to reduce the amount of products that they carry in order also to make room for new ones, which I love. But there's a lot of really great ones on sale. I'm going to go ahead. So every time, if you have been on the fence, comment match, and I will get you the link to get color matched. I am going to color match people with the colors that are on sale if they are on sale. So this won't include your foundation shades, because other than Fiji, which I'm going to show you what it looks like on as a contour or a bronzer or an eyeshadow, so for the foundation shades, those aren't on sale. So the shades are going to be for your skin tone. But the lip and cheek colors, I'm going to do, guys, I can't believe the colors that I'm going to show you on my eyes. I use these colors all the time, and it bothers me that they're on sale, because does that mean they're disappearing? And I use them all the time. So grab them, grab a couple of them. And some of these are 40 or 50% off. So you could potentially build a palette for way less money. The other thing is the powder brush is going on sale. Lord, where'd my powder brush go? I must have packed it. That's what I have been using for the cushion. This is the powder brush. It is going to be on clearance. It is so good with the cushion. It is so good with the cushion, okay? So you can use the slanted flat end, tap, tap, and for a fuller coverage, press it in, or you can use that to feather. You can also use this end if you like this end better. All I'm saying is this brush is on half off, I believe. Double-ended. So order one to travel with, one while you're waiting for one to clean. So let's jump in. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up. So everybody, I always build a 12 palette. So, and what I put in your 12 palette varies, but I'm going to put your foundation shades. I'll put a couple lip and cheek colors. I'll put a bronzer. I'm going to show you what Fiji. Powder illuminators are going to be on sale, half off. I'm not sure they're coming back at all, but they make a great shimmer eyeshadow, or they're great for your teenager, okay? Or your youngin in your life who likes a little bit of glitter sparkle. They're powder illuminators. But I stuck some of the lip and cheek colors that are going to be half off, and this is Fiji. So we have Pinky Promise. You can see I use it all the time. Why is it 50% off? Are they getting rid of it? Daylily. Then we have Candy, Marrakesh. I literally love that. And then Tiger Lily if you're more into the peachy orange tones. So those are my favorites. Love Spell if you like the raisin brown colors. Okay, let me just go ahead and show you. I'll use the powder brush and use these items that are going to be half off. It starts tomorrow. You're going to want to get my newsletter and emails. Okay, so I'm going to use the powder brush, and I'm going to go into, I'm going to go into Fiji. Okay, this is Fiji. It's a warmer highlight color, but you can use it as a bronzer or a contour. Okay, and I'm just going to press that in. And because it's warmer, you wouldn't need a separate bronzer. Okay, this could be your contour slash bronzer. Okay, I used to have Fiji in my palette all the time as my contour. And then Seint comes out with so many new things that then I try something else. And that's what's fun about having your compact, is that it becomes yours, whatever you want it to be. Swap colors in, swap colors out. All right, so so now I'm going into my brightening shade. This is just my concealer shade, and I'm going to brighten. I'm going to still use the powder brush. It's really a versatile brush, and it's stiff enough and angled enough So I don't know if you can see that angle. Yeah. To be able to get in and kind of press in that corner and then down here through the middle. Or might go in with a little bit more Fiji and warm everything up again. Or if you have Bella Bronzer, you know you can do that. I'll use this flat end and go in a little bit more with Fiji. It is, yeah, it's a great bronzer too. Whoops, shoot. That's on this end. This is Fiji. Okay. Pinky Promise is Barbie pink. Candy is the pastel of the Barbie pink, the lighter shade. And then Marrakesh is more vibrant than both of them. I would say that it has a more fuchsia tone than pink, but they're very, very similar. And then we have Tiger Lily, which has the peach tone to it. So if I swatch Tiger Lily, that's what Tiger Lily looks like. And, you know, honestly, it can be whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be those fierce, bright shades. Again, because creams, you have like, are at your mercy, whatever intensity you want. You build on that color. It makes it fun. So let me just show you Pinky Promise because, well, that's my go-to a lot. I'll just use this end of the powder brush and okay, so this is Pinky Promise. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of Daylily, and it is a satin. Okay, so it's really like light nude, which can look really great on if you have, especially if you have a tan. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of Candy because it's a semi-gloss and put over top to add a little bit of moisture. So these are some of the ones that I would grab before they're gone. Now, let's go ahead and do an eyeshadow look. Let me pop the colors in here that I'm going to be using. So this is a palette 12 that I build everybody. But when you get in, you just click add to bag, and then you can go and hit the minus sign for anything you don't. So when you press the minus, it'll take out what you want, and you can always add and fill in what you do want. I'm just priming my eyelids with the Sigma primer. I'll put the link for that because if you don't want any eyeshadow, this is the perfect product right here. Because it evens out any discoloration on your eyelids, and that's it. Like, look, so bright. I could add mascara. All right, so then I want to talk to you guys about the Blur brush. It looks like this, and it is on sale on clearance as well. So I'm going to go in. These are the 4 colors. I totally use these all the time. Claire, Miha, Spell, and Foxy. Let's do a color, let's do an eyeshadow look with these 4 colors. I love, love, love. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with Claire first, and this is the Blur brush. Okay, I zoomed in a little bit. So Claire, just a matte pink. There's only one shimmer in this group. And I'm gonna basically take Claire and go all over the Sigma primer. So closing my lid, going into my lid and above my lid. And this brush really needed cleaned, but I didn't because I do use it as an eyeshadow brush. It was originally made for the Demi products, okay? But, you know, everything that Seint does is multi-purpose. And the artists find the most unique ways of using their products. And, you know, Kara, the CEO, is really happy about that because, you know, I think if you have to be a little just, you know, savvy with products just in order to be able to experiment with different ways to use the products, you know, like using bronzer on your eyeshadow. Who cares? Like, it's totally can be an eyeshadow. We do that all the time. Whenever I use the white eyeliner, I also line the vermilion border of my lips. That off-white liner, it hides my lip lines, but it was made to be an eyeliner. So, you know, all kinds of cool things. Now, I'm gonna go into this bright pink. It's truly beautiful on the eyes. It's like a fuchsia. And now I'm going in I'm gonna keep my eyes open. I'm going in just above my crease. And we're just going to up the pink game, up the intensity a little bit. So above my pupil, straight out, and then down here to the corner. Straight out, and then down to the corner. Just in order to be able to experiment with different ways to use the products. You know, like using bronzer on your eyeshadow. Who cares? Like, it's totally can be an eyeshadow. We do that all the time. Whenever I use the white eyeliner, I also line the vermilion border of my lips. That off-white liner, it hides my lip lines, but it was made to be an eyeliner. So, you know, all kinds of cool things. Now, I'm gonna go into this bright pink. It's truly beautiful on the eyes. It's like a fuchsia. And now I'm going in I'm gonna keep my eyes open. I'm going in just above my crease. And we're just going to up the pink game, up the intensity a little bit. So above my pupil, straight out, and then down here to the corner. Straight out, and then down to the corner. Okay, so this is what we've done now to Mija. Straight out, above the pupil, down to the corner. So we just kind of built that intensity with the pink. All right. And again, this is the blur brush. It's going to be on sale. My contour is Fiji. It's a highlight, like a warm highlight that you can use as a bronzer, as a contour. All right, and then I'm wearing Pinky Promise on my cheeks. I'm wearing Daylily and Candy Mix on my lips. All of these are clearance products. Okay, you're gonna want to make sure that you are gonna be getting my newsletter, and I send text notifications only when the sale is so good y'all need to know about it, okay? I do not bug anybody because that's annoying. But if you're more active on your phone, then you'll be informed. If you're more active in your email, then you'll be informed. Okay. So now I'm going to go on to Spell, and Spell is also a matte. Mija's a matte. Claire's a matte. Spell is also a matte. I'm going to flip that brush over. Instead of using that fluffy end, I'm going to use the more dense end. Okay, because this is much darker, and I don't want to place it directly in my crease. I'm going to just go a little bit above my crease and put a dot, and then I'm just going to transfer that straight down to the corner of my eye. Again, building this color and depth in the outer corner. Okay, so this is Spell. And you could totally skip Mija and just do Claire and Spell. Okay, so I dipped into the multitasker. I thought I hit record. And into Spell, and that is my eyeliner. Okay, and you can carry that on up even as more like a wing and kind of clean that up with your foundation. And connect whatever eyeliner you use, make sure you're connecting it in the corner. Don't disconnect whatever you're using on the top and the bottom. Okay, if you're using only one or the other, just make sure that you feather it so that it kind of like transitions into easily. Okay. All right, and then Foxy, it's a deep golden shimmer. It's going on my lid. Okay, everything on my face, with the exception of my brightening highlight, is a clearance item right now, with the exception of the multitasker brush. But let me repeat what I'm wearing. So I'm wearing Fiji, as my contour bronzer because it's a warm contour. On my cheeks, I'm wearing Pinky Promise. Okay, it's gonna be half off. I hear a plane. I'm wearing a mixture of Daylily and Candy on my lips right now. Okay, and then on my eyes, I am wearing Claire all over. Miha. Oh, never mind. It's Mike mowing the grass. I should have known because when I go live here on my stories, that's what he does. I'm wearing Miha just in my crease and above my crease. I'm wearing Spell as my eyeliner and then to deepen the outer corners, and Foxy